Let's continue our video. The cells are classified based on number, shape and size. And coming to number, if single cell is present, those are known as unicellular organisms. Example, bacteria, yeast, amoeba, paramecium, chlamydomonas. In more than one cell is present, those are multicellular organisms. Example, plants and animals and humans. And now cells are divided based on shape. There are different types of shapes are present, and mainly the shape is determined by its function. That is very important. Based on function, the cells themselves they get modified. At first, spherical shape. Example is red blood cells. Those are also known as the disc shaped cells, and this spherical shape helps the RBC to hold more oxygen, and it also helps for easy flow through fine inner lumen of blood capillaries. We all know that RBC means red blood cells. Mainly the blood cells which carry oxygen in our body means RBCs. They carry oxygen to every part of our body. And here they easily flow through fine inner lumen. Lumen means the space which is present in the blood capillary. From here the RBCs are get passed and they reach each and every site of our body, and they help to give oxygen to every part of our body, to transport oxygen to each and every part of our body. So they are modified as spherical shape. Next, oval shape. This is a oval shape. Mostly this oval shape we observe in unicellular green algae. Example, chlamydomonas. And here next shape is cylindrical shape. The example is Spirogyra. It is a multicellular green algae. Nothing but more than one cell is present. It is also green algae. And the Spirogyra will be, those are the cells, and it is in cylindrical shape. This is the cylindrical shape. Mainly this Spirogyra, it contains spiral ribbon shaped chloroplast. That's why this name it is named as Spirogyra. Spiral ribbon shaped chloroplast. Why we observe green color in living organisms? Either it may be plants or it may be in animals. If green color is present, it is mainly due to the pigment chlorophyll. Due to the presence of pigment chlorophyll. Where the pigment chlorophyll will be present means in chloroplast. It is one of the cell organelle. I already said no. In cell there will be different types of cell organelles. It is one among them. Chloroplast is a cell organelle which is present in plants. In some of the animals also. Nothing but in small bacteria we will observe this chloroplast, but not in very large animals. Very little minute organisms we will observe this chloroplast, such as in algae we will observe. Algae is also nothing but it is also a type of plant. Why? Because they contain this chloroplast pigment, and this pigment is very helpful to synthesize its own food. How it will be helpful? While the process of photosynthesis, this chloroplast it mainly helps to convert the light energy into chemical energy while performing the photosynthesis, so that they can prepare food. The cell organelle chloroplast is very important. It is present in plants. Okay, this is about cylindrical shape. And the cardiac, it is among the plants, and the cardiac muscles of our heart are also in cylindrical in shape for easy contraction and relaxation. We all know that heart, for every coming to animals, for every in every living organism there will be heart, and this heart is a restless organ. We all know that it is a restless organ. From the starting of life to ending of life, heart is the only organ which always function. So those cells are in cylindrical shape. The cells are modified in cylindrical shape for easy contraction and relaxation. And the next shape is amoeboid shape. We observe this amoeboid shape in freshwater amoeba, and it is a single cell amoeba. Amoeba is a single cell organism, and it doesn't have any shape. It has no definite shape. It is irregular in shape. This is the structure of amoeba. Mainly it modifies its cell shape based on the process it perform. Nothing but if it has to perform immune function, it changes its shape. If it went for food collection, it changes its shape. So it doesn't have any definite shape. And in our body there will be white blood cells. We all know that in our body there will be 3 different types of blood cells: RBCs, WBCs, and blood platelets. So this WBC cells, white blood cells, also contains amoeboid shape. Nothing but they have no definite shape. And the function of these WBC are they perform immune function. And these WBC are also known as policemen of our body. Why? Because they gives protection to our body. And the next shape is cubical or rectangular. These type of cells are observed in leaf. Majorly in plants we will observe these type of cells. And the next is uniquely shaped. Uniquely shaped. Among them, slipper shaped cells are also will be present. Example is paramecium. Paramecium is also known as slipper shaped animalcule. Slipper shaped animalcule, and it is a unicellular. It is a unicellular organism, and the shape will be like this. Slipper like structure. And spindle shaped. Spindle shaped cells are observed in smooth muscles. This is a spindle shape, smooth muscles with long tapering ends. This is about the cells. They are divided based on the shape. And next, the cells are classified based on the cell size. Cell size. Largest cell we observe in ostrich eggs, and the longest cells are observed in nerve cell. Nerve cell, they are okay. We majorly observe these type of cells in brain. These are up to 300 meters. They are very thin and very fine in their structure, but the length is more. And smallest cells are observed in bacteria, up to 0.2 to 0.5 micrometer. And 1 micrometer is equal to 1000 part of a millimeter. Okay, this is about the cells are classified based on their number, their shape, and the size. And here next, coming to cell theory. This cell theory is very important, and this cell theory was who said this cell theory? Who made this cell theory? Was made by 3 scientists: Sleeden, Swan, and Virchow. These 3 scientists are more important: Sleeden, Swan, and Virchow. These 3 scientists, they made this cell theory. Here there will be 4 points in this cell theory. That is, they said that every living organism is made up of one and many cells, right? We already said that the cells are divided into 2 types based on their number: unicellular organisms and multicellular. This is the point. Every living organism is made up of one and many cells. And the next is, the cell is the structural unit of life. The cell is the functional unit of life. And finally, all cells arise from the pre-existing cells. Nothing but here what they are telling, all cells arise from the pre-existing cells. Nothing but if we take one plant, that plant, it flowers, and the seed, it produces flowers and it produces seeds, and from the seeds again the new plants will arise. That means what? The new plants are arising from the pre-existing plant. It is the point. All cells arise from the pre-existing cells. These 4 points are very important in the cell theory. Every living organism is made up of one and many cells, and it is a structural unit, and it is a functional unit, and all cells arise from pre-existing cells. This cell theory was said by Sladen, Schwann and Virchow. And for easy purpose, the cells which are classified based on shape. For easy studying, I have wrote in this manner. We have different types of shape, no? Spherical, oval, cylindrical, amoeboid, cubical or rectangular, uniquely shaped. Example of spherical is RBCs. Function is holds oxygen and they carry throughout the body. And next, oval shape. It is a bacteria, Chlamydomonas. The function is photosynthesis. And cylindrical, Spirogyra, contains chloroplast, nothing but its function is to perform photosynthesis and synthesize food. And in cardiac muscles, for easy contraction and relaxation. Amoeboid shape, that means it doesn't have definite shape. Example, amoeba. It is a freshwater amoeba, single cell and irregular in shape. It performs its own functions such as food collection and also immune functions. And next, WBC, white blood cells, their function is immune function. And cubical or rectangular, we observe them in plant leaf. They are cubical or polygonal in shape. The main function is photosynthesis. Next, uniquely shaped, nothing but different. It is differently shaped. That is, one is slipper shaped, example paramecium, and the second one is spindle shaped. We observe them in smooth muscles which are with tapering ends. In the textbook, the picture of compound microscope has given. For the basic idea, there is no description about it, but the picture is given. So let us have a brief discussion about compound microscope. In compound microscope, there will be eyepiece, right? From this eyepiece, we will observe the cells or tissues which we have collected, and where they are placed on the slide. They are taken on the glass slide and they are placed here. They are placed here in this slide. They are placed, and these are the stage clips to fix that glass slide. Here the glass slide is placed and we will adjust that and we will fix by using this stage clips. And there will be two different types of lenses, low power objective lens and high power objective lens, and there will be light source for clear observation. This light source is used for clear observation. Okay, we will take a tissue here on the glass slide and we will observe from here. Okay, if we want to observe the tissue, right, no one can take a single cell and can observe under microscope. Anyone, they have to take a tissue and they have, from the tissue they have to observe a single cell. We all know that group of cells makes a tissue. So we will collect a tissue and under the microscope we will zoom it and we will observe a single cell, right? In low power objective lens, we will observe complete tissue, and if we want to observe a single cell, we will adjust to high power objective lens and we will observe the single cell and cell organelles in it. Okay, how we can adjust these two lens means by using this coarse adjustment knob and fine adjustment knob. We will fix these two lenses and we will observe here by using this compound microscope. This is the basic description about the compound microscope. Thank you, children.